Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Rushali Chaudhary, lecturer Praveen Patil Polytechnic. Today we are going to learn applied science chemistry subject code 22202 and 22211 for the chapter 5 water treatment and analysis. Water is important for our daily life. Without water, life is not possible. But whatever the water required for us, that should be in a pure form. That we are going to check out it is a pure or not. If it is a bad water, if it is a too much hard water, contaminated water or the polluted water, what will be the effect in our life will take place, that we are going to learn. In a previous lesson you learn what are hardness of water. The water which does not produce lather with a soap, it's called as hard water. It is due to presence of high amount of calcium magnesium salts present in a water. If we use hard water for the washing purpose, what will be happen? It will does not form lather well, so it will form a sticky precipitate with a soap, and it is going to stick on the surface of a cloth. Due to that, the cloth, the material, the fabric is not having a bright look. It is form spots on that surface. Lot of wastage of soap also take place. It will also cause a staining. Color change also occur. Different spots will be observed on the cloth. If we use hard water for the bathing, it will not form a lather with that, and it will cleaning property of water will not take place. Cooking. If we use hard water for the cooking purpose, temperature requirement or the wastage of fuel also take place. It is also produce the unpleasant taste and muddy looking extract. Food will not get cooked properly. Drinking. If we use hard water for the drinking purpose, it is having a bad effect on the digestive system. Sometimes it may also result for the forming a kidney stone in our body. If we use hard water for the textile or the dyeing industry, then we will observe the color spots on the fabric will take place, as well as it decreases the solubility of the dyes, coloring material, dyes, dyeing qualities deteriorate. If we use hard water for the laundries, for the washing purpose, there is a lot of wastage of soap take place, and it will form a yellow and a gray shades on the fabric. Sugar industry. Due to the hard water, sugar crystallization will not properly take place, and they will form a brownish color, yellowish color sugar instead of white color or the transparent sugar particles. Beverages. It will neutralize the fruit acid and destroy the taste. If we use hard water for the paper making or the pulp making, the brightness of the paper is affected, color of the paper is affected. It produces cracks in the paper. Power stations. Water is required for the energy generation plants. Power station. So if it is we use hard water, it is produce a corrosion. It will form a scale. Due to that, electricity production get affected. Boiler. If we use hard water for the boiler, scale formation as well as the corrosion take place. Steam generation. If we use hard water for the steam generation, then what will happen? It will form a scale and sludge formation. It is going to form a corrosion, priming, foaming, caustic embrittlement. These are the main disadvantages when we are talking about industrial application of water. Steam generation is very important for the industry, pharmaceuticals as well as the mechanical industry, electrical industry. Electricity requirement is there. that time steam generation will take place. Even if we use hard water for the steam generation, it is going to form a scale and sludge formation. Corrosion of the tanker will take place, boiler take place. It leads to the priming and foaming, caustic embrittlement. We are going to learn what is the effect of hard water. If we use that hard water in a boiler, what will happen? Boilers are basically used for the generation of steams. Heat generation, we are using the boiler. For making a electricity, boilers are required. If we use hard water, then we are going to face various problems like a scale sludge formation, priming, foaming, boiler corrosion and caustic embrittlement. These are the very dangerous problems we are going to face. Effect of hard water in a boiler. There are 4 effects we will observe: boiler corrosion, caustic embrittlement, priming, foaming, scale and sludge formation. What is meaning of caustic embrittlement? Caustic means what? Sodium. When water is having high percentage of sodium carbonate and due to the high temperature, it is converted to the sodium hydroxide and that get deposited on the metallic surface and it causes corrosion. That is called as a caustic embrittlement. The corrosion which occurs due to the presence of sodium is called as caustic embrittlement. Caustic embrittlement is a type of boiler corrosion caused by using highly alkaline water in the boiler. It means the inner intercrystalline cracking of boiler metal. If boiler is containing the sodium salt, caustic corrosion will take place. What is the source of sodium salt? Yes, seawater. So when the boiler water usually contains a certain proportion of sodium carbonate added for the water softening purpose, the high pressure boiler sodium carbonate decomposes to give a sodium hydroxide and carbon dioxide like Na2CO3, that is a sodium carbonate, will going to form NaOH. This makes the boiler caustic. NaOH is called as caustic. This NaOH flow into the minute hair cracking usually present on the boiler material by capillary actions and dissolve the surrounding area of iron as forming sodium ferrate. So it is going to react with the metal. The pipeline is made up of iron. So NaOH is going to react with the metal and it is going to form a embrittlement, means the metal become brittle. Brittle means easily breakable. Glass is a brittle substance and when we are compare the iron and iron Fe pipeline and the glass pipeline, which is more tough, Fe is more tougher and harder, but the glass is become a brittle, easily breakable. So when the corrosion, this type of corrosion take place, iron metal, which is a strong metal, hard metal, become brittle and easily breaks, easily failures. It is occurred basically in a stress parts like bends, joints and rivets, causing a failure of the boiler. It is prevented by adding sodium sulfate or the sodium phosphate as a softening reagent instead of sodium carbonate, adding tannin, lignin to the boiler water which blocks the hair cracks, and adjusting the pH of a feeding water between the 8 to 9. So highly alkaline water cause the caustic embrittlement. Next topic is a priming and foaming. When the boiler is steaming rapidly, some particles of the liquid matter are carried along with the stream. This process of wet steam is called as priming. What is meaning of that? When you transfer cold drink into the any cold drink like the Sprite or the Coca-Cola into the glass, what will happen? There is a large amount of bubbles will form on that. That process is called as a priming and foaming. Due to that, we will see actual level of the liquid is looks higher compared to the quantity. What is the reasons of priming? The presence of large amount of dissolved salts, high steam velocities, sudden boiling, improper boiler design, sudden increase in steam production rate. It is avoided by fitting mechanical steam purifier, using rapid change in steaming rate, maintaining low water level in the boilers, efficient softening. If water should be free from the hardness like a calcium, magnesium. Steam sometimes may be associated with the small droplets of water. Such steam containing liquid water is called as wet steam. These droplets of water may carry with some dissolved salts and the sludge material presence of water. This is called as a carryover process. This is the main reason behind priming and foaming. Priming means it is a wet stream of rapid boiling water at the heating surface. When we are boiling the water with a cover and suddenly we remove the cover, we will observe that lot of vapors are coming through it. Large quantity of vapors, that is called as a priming. It is due to the high steam velocity, high water level in a boiler, improper boiler designing, and it is prevented by controlling the velocity of steam and using a good boiler. What is the foaming? The formation of stable bubbles above the surface of water is called as foaming. These bubbles are carried along with the stream, leading to excessive priming. Foaming may be caused due to presence of oils, grease in the water and the presence of the sludge particles. It is prevented by adding a coagulant like a sodium aluminate, aluminum hydroxide, ferrous sulfate, or adding anti-foaming chemicals such as castor oil and synthetic polyamide. See here, in this you will observe that the level of water is low, but due to the priming and foaming, you will see that the level of water is high. That is, foaming is the formation of bubbles or the froth on the surface of water. It is due to the presence of high concentration of solids. It is prevented by adding anti-foaming agents like castor oil and removing salts, oily particles. Along with that, due to the hard water boiler corrosion, that is a decay of material, will take place. What is the reason behind it? The presence of gases like the oxygen, carbon dioxide, caustic embrittlement, acid formation due to hydrolysis, and presence of free acid, so which will cause a boiler corrosion, and it is quite dangerous. Thank you so much for your attention. If you have any question, you can mail me. Thank you so much.